Remember my videos. This week's Candy WTF Moments, Season 1, Episode 12, A Rose-Scented Birthday. This isn't the worst episode of how bad the Lindhagens are, but these people, the Lindhagens aren't wine. They don't get better with age. They're perfume, which doesn't get better with age. Anyways, roll the intro. She's a girl, pretty girl with ribbons in her hair. She's a girl who loves to sing. When birds are singing, sing her name, Candy. Candy, Candy. So this episode literally starts off with Candy waking up to find roses. And she's like, oh, Anthony must have left these for me. And Ozzy goes, great way to turn this into a prank. What's your problem? And how are Anthony's roses gonna do that? So, Anthony's looking and can't believe that his roses are cut. Something tells me these aren't Anthony. That was not Anthony who did that. So he's asking if Steer or Archie did that. I know. And then Eliza blames Candy for it. And, you know, she's like, why do you like Candy so much? I can give you reasons. One, she's not evil like Eliza. She's not stuck up like Eliza. And she's happy and pretty and everything Eliza isn't. Eliza, if you want even a shot with Anthony, try being a good person. You know, the Lindhagens don't worry about spending money, but even if they do, Eliza, it doesn't cost anything to be a good person. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't cost money to be a good person. It doesn't. Some people think it might, but myself personally, I know it doesn't. Stay good. Oh no, it's not gonna stay. So anyways, so then, you know, Candy, you know, she Steer comes and says that Anthony wants to talk to her because of the flowers. Do you think I did it? I'm not sure. She gets out of the car, goes, Candy, wait in my car! Goes car. This guy should not be driving. Jones killed John a couple episodes ago. Just saying. Matt, would you imagine if for some reason this guy died in a car accident or something? Now, let's say he was shot or, you know, got ran over by another car. I'd be like, whoa. That's a shock. I thought he died in a car accident from this car going, bonk it to dank it to bonk it dank. I would be like, whoa, that's unexpected. Of all the cars this guy's got, yeah. So anyways, Candy finds out it was Neil because he's got a scratch on his hand. Yep. So she has the roses and she tries to beat up Neil again. And he's mom, and said that Neil stole garners Neil stole flowers from Anthony's garden. Said, is that true? Mom, Neil. So she's showing the flower and saying, look, there's scrapes on his hand. Neil, how did you get those? I think his mom would be kind of upset that he's messing with Anthony because they're part of the Adelies, you know, they're higher up than there. And they say, here comes Sylvia. They said, the cat. I was playing with the cat. Oh, well, they do like cat marks. What's this? Miss Annie's ribbon. So Candy stole it. Candy, how'd you get that? And she's like, what does she say? Because she can't say, oh, it's from my good friend Annie. You grew up Pony's home and she's a brokey like me. Bet y'all won't like. No, she can't say that. I mean, that's not exactly what she'd say, but she knows that's how they treat her. They kill her. These guys are psycho. So she's trying to look. She's crying and make it look like we feel sorry for. Oh my god. So she runs off, and Candy sees a boat in the river, and she takes this boat to go back to Pony's home. There is a river that goes through Pony's home, and if this is all part of Lake Michigan, yeah, I guess it could. Yeah, that could work. Yes, that could work. Yeah. Have any of y'all ever seen Lake Michigan? No? Well, that's a shame. If you go on Lake Michigan, you can see in the background, I mean, this is from the Chicago side of it. You can see in the background the city of Chicago. That won't be the thumbnail, but I might share that as a post on YouTube, on a picture or something, so I will say this is the picture I was talking about, where you can see Chicago in the background. If you want to know why I posted this, come to this video. So yeah, so that's what I'll put. So yeah, the thumbnail I've already picked, and it's got something to do with the title. I'll put it that way. The title, you'll see what it is later in this episode. So anyways, you know, Kay tries to go on this boat, and they're trying to check Neil if he's telling the truth or not, because they got a lie detector that Steer made. Because, you know, Candy tried to go tell Anthony and say, well, Anthony doesn't want to see you, thinking that Anthony doesn't want to see her because he thinks she did roses. It's not why that is. That's not why. That's why she goes to the river. And then, she kind of dozes off and wakes up, and, someone told them that Candy was on the river on a boat. And she said, what's all that noise? Rapids. After rapids, I imagine would come, I could be wrong, but don't usually waterfalls come after rapids? Okay, oh, what's that noise? Shh. I'm right. No, I don't like being right about this. So there's Candy looking for it 'cause it's dark. And her boat goes over a waterfall. Candy's boat goes over the waterfall? Well, that's not good, so I guess rest in peace, Candy. Candace White gone too. Oh, no. She's fine. Or kind of fine. A man pulls her out of the water and goes, this is Candy. So this man knows her, I guess, somehow. So he makes a fire, and he's got fishes there cooking by the fire. And you might want to remember this guy. He's kind of important. Like Archie, Anthony, Candy, Eliza, he's going to be one of the big characters. So he wakes up, and he goes, and she wakes up, and then he's got all this goatee and a bit of a beard growing in here, and he's got these sunglasses on, and she goes, ah! Not that frightening. So she says he looks better with his sunglasses off. I mean, he looks like a bear, this guy. And he's saying that if he didn't save her, she'd be on a boat ride to heaven. Yikes, it's getting kind of dark for Candy. I'm just saying that. But he saved her. So this man likes animals, and that's why he lives in the forest. So, yeah, so y'all gotta remember it, because she says their name's Candy. He goes, my name is Mr. Albert. There's Candy! And it was Anthony. So she said, I'm glad I was on a boat ride to heaven. Oh, no, Anthony, you don't smack a woman. That is wrong. It's uncalled for. It's frowned upon. Now, if Candy, you're going to be like, Jordy, what if Candy smacks him? Well, that's different. You know, if you're going to put yourself in a man's shoes and you want to fight like a man, you get there, choose to get hit like a man. But Candy has not hit Anthony. And Some people think, ooh, I like to beat women. Please never watch my videos again if that's you. I don't think beating women in this instance is right. And he said, we were worried about you. Well, a man saved me, Mr. Albert. Where'd he go? He disappeared. So, Steer's machine for lie detecting also makes light. Steer's got a bright mind, huh? Moving on from that. So anyways, she was telling Anthony if he really thought that she stole the roses and say no. He didn't want her seeing his roses because they weren't bloomed yet, but he took her to his rose garden and showed her some brand new roses named Sweet Candy. He said, happy your new birthday. That's what it's called, a rosette birthday, because Anthony's the next time he meets going to be your new birthday. So sweet. That's a thumbnail. This is such a sweet story of Candy and Anthony. They're going to be together forever. Nothing, not even the Lindhagens can tear them apart. For a little bit, maybe. Huh? Next week. Fine, next week. Anyway, that's it for my Candy WTF Moments. Season 1, there's only one season. Episode 12, A Rose-Scented Birthday. Today, I am drinking... I've done this in the last couple of videos, but it's what I love to drink. Blue Mountain Berry Bass Blast Parade. Tears your tongue blue. That's refreshing, even on a cold winter day. As y'all can see, it's still snow outside. Anyways, this is still True Taster. Leave a channel. Don't forget to use code ASME on G4 to approach challenge. Check out Ice on you moments. But until next time, I'm Jordan Morris and Candy. Bye.